Alrighty, my lovely Trails fans, welcome to our next episode of Trails in the Sky. Okay, so we are going to be heading on into the Calvardian Embassy today. Hey, how goes? Huh? Zin? Holy crud! Wasting time in Nobelville again? Something like that. Thought I'd say hello to Elsa, and I have something I need to talk to her about. Is she in? Well, I haven't seen her leave, so I guess she's around. Oh, who's with you? Gotta ask, you know. Policy? Oh, they're helping me with some guild work. I'm going to introduce them to Elsa. Huh? Well, okay. If they're with you, Zin, I guess I can let them in. So, welcome to the Calvardian Embassy. Oh, do keep in mind that the Embassy Hall is Calvard soil. Calvard and Laberle are friends, but still, keep your nose clean, eh? You hear that, Olivier? And again my heart is assaulted with arrows. How little trust you have in me. Please come in. The embassy grounds are extraterritorial, just so you know. You should probably refrain from any suspicious activity. Wow, the Calvardian Embassy. Fancy. Ooh, magnificent. Wow, this is the Calvardian Embassy? I didn't expect it to be quite so fancy. And yet, it's a bit exotic as well. I really like it. Well, quite a few people from even further east have settled in Calvard, you know. They've had an impact on our culture too. Anyway, Elsa's office is the furthest room on the second floor. Alrighty. Zin? Hey, I'm back. I might end up borrowing a room, so I'll be in your care if that happens. Of course. I'll have everything squeaky clean for you. Zin, come by and stay anytime. I'll have everything squeaky clean for you. Oh, you are all... Why, if it isn't Zin. Councillor, a pleasure. All together here? Are they your guests? Yes, they're co-workers with the guild. Are you here about the threat letter? It's as you guessed, it's a request from the Royal Army. Do you have any ideas? Threat letters like that aren't exactly rare in the Republic. To be honest, I barely paid it any heed at all. True, there are a lot of radical groups in the country. Yes, they always cause trouble when the issue of immigration comes up. Well, this time at least I can't say anything. Why don't you see what Ambassador Cochrane thinks first? Yes, we'll go do that right now. If you'll pardon us. There's also the possibility the threat letter was just a prank. Why don't you see what Ambassador Cochrane thinks first? Better keep an eye out as well for that little card from Blue Blanc. Oh, looks like we've got some books we can read there. My. Is that hulk of a man over there, Zin? I don't even need to see your face to know. Hey, are you seriously going to judge based on my body size? I thought you were a bear when we first met. Jeez. Zin is always going back and forth between Laberle and the Republic. It must be hard on him. Do take care not to push yourself too hard and lose your health. Let's see what these books are. The shelf holds the Dull Knight series. Whoa, that's quite a few chapters. So that is probably going to be an extra episode that I'll be reading. And it's also possible that the... What was that What was the clue? I can't remember the clue, but the card might be in here. But that's going to be a separate episode with me reading through that. So don't want anyone worrying about that right now. But that is probably where the next clue is going to be. Oh, Zin, come to Laberle again? Hey, Yakumo, it seems I'll be here for a while again. You seem pretty busy yourself. Of course we are. After all, we've got a pack signing approaching. Sorry, but I won't have time to bother you for a while. The prepping for the signing ceremony has got me so busy that I'd accept the cat's help if it offered. Well, knowing that it's all for the sake of my homeland, I'm happy to do it. Okay, that's going to be where Cochrane is going to be. So let me just quickly flick through all of these for the clue. I'm going to record reading them on a separate episode entirely, so let's make a save here as well so I can come back here in case we get locked out. But I'm going to skip the video ahead until I found it. There is a card trapped between the pages. The door has already been opened. Join the Dance of the Valorous. Oh, look what I found. Oh, I get it. This is technically considered Republican territory. It absolutely is a foreign manse. And the Blue Knight is a character from the novel, I think. Geez, he sure is detail-oriented. Anyway, I got a feeling that this next one's the last of them. Dance of the Valorous. Well, now, where could that be? Valorous. Maybe like gladiatorial stuff, so maybe the arena? Anyway, that was in number 15. Like I said, I'll do a separate episode reading through the book series. This should be the ambassador's office. Shall we say hello to Elsa? Alright, let me introduce you. Hmm? Yes, come in. Pardon us, Elsa. Why Zin? Zin Bathek. Hello, come in. Last I heard, you'd returned to Calvert. What's an old dog like you doing back here in Gransel? Ha! Well, let's just say this old dog had a trick or two more to show off. I'll likely be here in Laberle for a while. As to be expected of an A-rank bracer, I suppose. You never let up, do you? So who's this with you? A pleasure to meet you, ma'am. I'm Estelle Bright, of the Bracer Guild. These are our, assistants, Olivia Lenheim and Chloe Rins. A pleasure, Ambassador. It's a pleasure to meet you, Ambassador. A pleasure is mine. I'm Elsa Cochrane, Calvert's Ambassador to Laberle. I get the feeling this is a bit more than a social call, though. I'm afraid so. Estelle and her party asked about the threatening letter the embassy received. Ah, that letter, yes. You're helping the Royal Army investigate the matter, then? Technically, yes. Threats of terrorism aren't exactly something the Guild can ignore either, though. Would you mind helping us out? Well, I suppose. We're well stuck into the situation, after all. What would you like to know? Well, to start with, do you have any idea who would have sent that letter? Like, does anyone in the Republic oppose the signing of the pact, or... Well, of course. You're looking at one, after all. Huh? Elsa, please. Try not to tease the kids too much, yeah? Well, the truth's the truth, Sin. I'm pretty sure I've chewed your ear off about Erebonia enough for you to know what I think, hmm? Well, yes. Still, Miss Bright, don't misunderstand me. President Rocksmith and Parliament have already approved the pact. My personal feelings won't get in the way of my job. Right. Is there anyone else from Calvert who might oppose the pact? Oh, certainly. They're all tiny groups, though. And to be honest, there's no real reason to oppose it anyway. No reason? I don't quite follow. It's not worth bothering. The pact doesn't have any practical effect. It's simply agreeing to the statement we shall not rely on violence to solve international problems and negotiate instead. It's more of a declaration than anything else, but it is little more than a promise which can be broken without consequence, save a loss of face, no? Precisely. The worst it could do would be to rally other countries against the aggressor. Now, it's true that relations between Erebonia and Calvert have gotten even worse than usual over the past decade, so there is some value in establishing Laberle as a place where we can negotiate, but again, who'd bother opposing that? Yeah, it doesn't really seem like the thing you'd send a bunch of threatening letters about. Well, Ambassador Cochrane, if you don't believe someone from Calvert is the perpetrator, then whom do you suspect? Huh. Well, My gut, of course, tells me to blame it all on the Erebonians, the militaristic Hawk faction specifically. But frankly, even they have that new engine on the line. They aren't so stupid as to cut off their noses despite their faces. The new engine? Wait, you mean the one from the Arceli? Yes, an engineering sample will be provided to both Calvard and Erebonia. It'll happen right after the signing, in fact. Whoa. Ah, as to be expected of Queen Alicia. She holds both Empire and Republic in the palm of her hand. Yes, I have to admit she's handled this masterfully. That cutting-edge engine is going to birth a whole new generation of airship designs, and Alicia is practically handing it out so long as you sign this agreement and play nice with it and each other, at least for a while. Even the most testosterone-poisoned ninnies among the Erebonian Hawks wouldn't want to miss this chance. Yeah, I guess so. Which means, of course, that the possibility that either the Republic or the Empire interfering directly is pretty low. Indeed. I'm sorry I can't be of more help. No, you were a big help. Just being able to cross suspects off the list helps a lot. Oh, speaking of which, though, we'd like to ask you about something else. Estelle asked Ambassador Cochrane about Renee's parents. Harold Hayworth, a merchant from Crossbell. I can't say it rings any bells. I'm sorry. He's never visited the embassy, at least. Darn. Well, thanks. I do remember that Crossbell sits directly between Erebonia and Calvard, however. You may want to inquire at the Erebonian embassy as well. Okay, thanks, Ambassador. And thanks for being so open with us. You're quite welcome. I'm glad I could help. By the way, you said your name was Estelle Bright? You wouldn't happen to be Brigadier General Bright's daughter? Oh, you know Dad? Of course. The heroic vanquisher of the Imperial Army, and now the head of Labelle's Royal Army. I'd heard he had a daughter, but I didn't expect to meet you like this. Well, I'm just kind of an inexperienced newbie myself still. You're off to a good start then, I think. We at the embassy have relied on the guild a number of times in the past. Should the time come again, I hope you'll aid us, Miss Bright. Well, if the chance comes up, sure. Well, we'll see you around. Anything in her room to interact with? Doesn't look like it. Estelle Bright, our embassy owes the guild greatly for your constant support. Should we have any jobs come up, I would be happy if you would be the one to take them on. Wow, Calvardian ambassador. Wants Estelle Bright directly to help her out. That's pretty impressive. Okay, looks like I can go back in to read those books later on, so that's good. Oh, huh? It's unlocked? The entrance here should be kept locked as long as there's no show like the martial arts competition. In which case... it seems this is our goal then. Alright, let's get inside. Okay, the all open. Yep, so I guess we're right with the Valorous thing. Still can't turn anything around here. Kind of freaky music, so I don't know if we'll have to fight something here. Door is locked. Door is locked. The Grand Arena. Kinda nostalgic. Feels like we were here just yesterday. Just standing here has me recalling the admiring roar of the audience. You were invited to the castle after you won the martial arts competition, right, Estelle? I wish I could have joined you on the field. Thinking about it, I was still pretty amateurish. But you know, once this whole thing is cleared up, I'd like to take part in next year's martial arts competition. To test my own ability, for one. Now that sounds like Cassius's daughter to me. I'd like to join in on the action too. I don't really feel like I'd have a chance against you, Zin. Well then, I shall sing from the seats to cheer you on, Estelle. I will serenade my love for you as mightily as I can. Pass. Whoa, look at that thing. Monsters? This feels reminiscent of some old Colosseum games. The setting is certainly apt. It's a pity we lack an audience. Here they come. Got like a shield or ice or something. Let's see, what are the weaknesses here? No weaknesses. A rare young monster has the odd habit of freezing its prey before eating them. A monster rarely sighted in the elevated regions it inhabits uses water-based arts. Okay, so it looks like they probably freeze. That's got a weakness to fire. So, that's a medium attack, so we probably just want to go and use fire attacks on these as much as we can. Oh. Straight out the door with a charging attack. So we're gonna have to do something about that for sure. Let's see. That impedes. Let's go ahead and use that ability. Huh. Well, that is starting to become unfortunate. This is probably going to be pretty difficult because I didn't equip any anti-freezing accessories, which I probably do actually have those kinds of things. Thing's beginning to cast a spell again, but I do need her to heal everybody from their status conditions. We're not close enough for Earth Wall. Let's go ahead and see about Fire Spell again. Okay, so probably should just try and attack these and eliminate them as quickly as possible. I think I probably want to move her over here. Oh, that was unfortunate. That's why I moved her over here, though, to do things like that. They are close enough now, so we can go ahead and Earth Wall at least those three. That's going to move us out of the... but they should be protected, so let's just go... oh, I missed again. Okay, go ahead. Let's wall everyone off again. Let's have her heal everybody. She still has Earth Ward, so she can move out of the way here. Does she have an impede move? She does. Let's go ahead and do a hard break here. and do a clock up for himself. I guess now we just start wailing. It should be good now for the rest of this. This thing should stand no chance now, hopefully. Craft, sniper shot. Craft, stir. That wasn't too bad. Pretty easy. So yeah, if you do this fight, get your anti-freeze accessories if you have them. That would have made this a lot easier. What? What was that? It was like a magic trick. What a fabulous display. He is a fitting rival indeed. He's even weirder than I thought he'd be. Well, whatever. Let's check the contents. Yep. See, portrait of the Arcelli. There was a card stuck to the bottom of the box. My princess, my rival, and brave braces. Did you enjoy the show I prepared for your arrival? As I do not wish to upset the mood of our main role, it is time for the supporting actors to take their bows. I hope you will look forward to our next chance meeting. Some chance meeting. I wish he'd cut it out. But there's something curious about it. Main role? Supporting actors? What does that mean? Now that you mention it. Ah, screw it. Let's go return the photo to the archives. Can't thank you enough, Braces. Still, why would that phantom thief fellow steal a portrait of the Arcelli? It certainly is lovely, but it's really nothing more than a simple portrait. It holds little monetary value. Well, he doesn't really care about value so much as he cares about pulling off a good prank or two. And it's probably our fault that the museum got wrapped up in this latest one. Sorry for putting you through all this. No need to apologise, it wasn't your doing. And if anything, I'm very pleased with how you handled this. Excellent work. This has been a good experience from a management perspective. I will need to be careful to ensure it never happens again. Let's see, if I reset him, does he go up here with a new conversation? Oh, these two are here now. Ah, Estelle. The spinning wheel's really simple, but it condensed a lot of different inventions into it. The person who created this is pretty incredible, huh? I want to invent something like this someday. And she's gotten started. The person who created this theory is pretty incredible, huh? I want to invent something like this someday. Taita always gets this weird look in her eyes when she sees a machine. Is she always like this? Sorry, that's pretty much her default setting. Don't know where the... here he is. Functioning artifacts must be turned over to the Septium Church. This thing that was brought to us seems completely non-functional. I suppose I will add it to our collection after inquiring with the Septium Church. Aw, so if it doesn't function, he doesn't even get to keep it. I guess we go to the next embassy now. Oh, Olivier. You continue to play your role well, Bergen. I would like to enter. May we pass? I can't say no to you, but, who's with you? Oh, we're from the Bracer Guild. We'd like to ask the ambassador a few things if that's okay. We thought we'd try having Olivier introduce us. Oh, okay. Well, there shouldn't be a problem with letting you in then. Welcome to the Erebonian Embassy. Do remember that the embassy is Erebonian soil, so be careful, yeah? We will be. You get to see what this place looks like. Whoa, that looks really regal. This is quite the building. Whoa, this place definitely matches the Calvardian Embassy in terms of fanciness. Grandiose and yet powerful at the same time. It's very imperial, if nothing else. It is a stage upon which the Empire can parade its influence and power. Alas, that the actors are unequal to the set dressing. You realize Lord Cranar would hit the roof if he heard you say that? Is that Mueller? Ah, my most bosom companion. It has been an age. Are you well, dear Mueller? I would be better if I could cut you in half and be done with it. I told you again and again to ensure we are constantly aware of your location, and you... Ah, but 'tis a tactic in the war of love. Did you know? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Still, Bright, you have my thanks. I can only imagine the trouble this idiot's been causing you. Actually, he hasn't been too bad, I guess. He's been really well-mannered, comparatively. Well, ignoring the lunatic, I presume you have business here at the embassy? Yes, sir. We would like to speak to the ambassador. Estelle explained her desire to meet with the ambassador concerning the letter. That letter, right? I'd been somewhat concerned myself, but I'm surprised the guild is acting. This is a request from Brigadier General Bright and the Royal Army, I take it? Technically, yes, but we're trying to investigate it as neutrally as we can, you know? Nobody's guilty till proven that kind of thing. A commendable mindset. No doubt why he chose you. Very well. I shall introduce you to Lord Ambassador Cranar. I suspect you'll find it easier to gain his trust if I do the introductions as opposed to a certain someone. Really? Thanks, Mueller. Yeah, thanks. Thank you, sir. Wait, you really have so little faith in me? You, thought we had faith in you for this? If you introduced us, he'd probably want to have us kicked out. Sorry, Olivia. Oh, the sting of being forsaken. The sting of the truth, maybe. Lord Cranar is in his office on the second floor. I shall go announce your arrival, and give me a moment. We'll wait, then. There's a couple of rooms down here anyway to check out. Oh, hey, it's been a while, Olivia. Are these your guests? Indeed, one could call them guests, but I'm more inclined to think of them as my soulmates. Our days spent together have been so tender, so sweet. I feel to merely call this forced love does a disservice to our bond. Is that not so, Estelle? My... Wait, does that mean you dumped Mueller? My head hurts. I think I'm starting to understand Mueller's suffering. I wonder who Olivia is really targeting. What do you think? Is Mueller still his one and only, or has he moved on to greener pastures? Why, you need only ask. No thanks. Wow, Olivia really gets around, but I don't think anyone is actually interested in him. This is a big library. Any books for us to read? Doesn't look like it. Oh. Maybe. The Carnelia series. Oh, well, we read that on the last one. That was actually a pretty fun series if anyone's watched that video. All the books in this room were published in Liberl. To learn about someone's nation, start with their culture. You're free to read them, but please put them back where you found them once you're done. The closest imperial city to Liberl borders is a place called Palm. I'm actually from there, by the way. It's close to Bose, which makes it convenient to return home for visits. Of course, it's not so convenient to visit the imperial capital from there. There aren't any public scheduled liners in Erebonia, so I have to switch over to the railway system. Oh, that'd be cool to see the railway stuff. Hey Olivia, I heard you went to the hot springs. I'm so envious. I've been working until I'm dead on my feet getting ready for the signing ceremony. So this is the office. Wow. Huh? Indeed. Shall we make our grand entrance and shock the ambassador into silence? Mueller can totally cut you in half, you know. I apologize for the wait. Lord Cranar will see you now. Let's go then. Welcome to the Erebonian Embassy, guests. I am Lord Deville Cranar, the duly appointed ambassador and voice of the Empire in this land. I'm Estelle Bright of the Bracer Guild. Zin Vathek, also of the Guild. I'm Chloe Rins, second-year student at the Genis Royal Academy and assistant to the Bracers. And I am the servant of love and peace, Olivia Lenheim. Ugh, you. I'd heard you'd gone missing in Elmo Village. Try not to worry Mueller further, Olivia. Or me, for that matter. Such a strict dressing down. Much more, and I'll have to lose my jacket. Setting that aside, you're here to inquire about the threatening letter, yes? What do you want to know? Okay, I'll be direct, sir. Do you have any idea who might be behind the letter? Is there anyone in the Empire who might oppose the signing of the pact? My, you are direct, young Bracer. I appreciate that. I can tell you truthfully, however, that I can think of no such person. His Majesty is very happy with the pact as it stands, in fact, and no one within the Empire would be foolish enough to gainsay his leadership on such a matter, of course. Yeah, I bet. So you think it's the work of someone outside the Empire, then? What other answer could there be? If you want my opinion, it's the opposition party in Calvert behind all this. Some silly ploy to make the President look bad, no doubt. Opposition, doing whatever it pleases. This is a perfect example of the fallacies of mob rule. Huh? I have to question that, your lordship. Don't get me wrong, our major political parties basically beat each other over the head anytime they can, but even if the pact fell apart due to this, I don't think anyone could blame it on President Rocksmith. Details. You think the mob thinks like that? Ha! All I can say for certain is that the person issuing these threats cannot be from our empire. That should be more than enough assurance for you. Excuse me, Lord Cranar? May I ask what Chancellor Osborne's opinion of the non-aggression pact is? What? Huh. Flawless riposte, Chloe. Who? The highest appointed official of our most glorious and august imperial government, the Blood and Iron Chancellor, Gileath Osborne. His nickname comes from his personal motto, our nation's peace must be built on a foundation of blood and iron. He has overseen the expansion of the rail system, as well as the annexation of several smaller states on our borders through less than diplomatic means. Wait, you mean he... Olivia! How can you criticize your empire's chancellor? Oh, but Deville, how was I criticizing? I simply stated the facts. But come now, it wouldn't hurt to be a bit more cooperative, no? We've already spoken with the lovely Ambassador Cochrane over at the Calvardian Embassy. She was quite helpful, you see. What? Why, if we don't help these people now, it will give them cause to doubt the character of Erebonia. That would be a tragedy, wouldn't you agree? My Lord Cranar, there's no need to keep information related to this hidden. May I humbly suggest that being open in this case will not present a problem? You have a point, Mueller. Very well. To answer your question, Miss, Chancellor Osborne, like His Majesty, is most receptive to this pact. In fact, I hear he is actually the one who suggested His Majesty should sign it. Really? That's because he's looking forward to getting the engine, right? No, apparently he recommended it to His Majesty before any mention of the engine. If anything, I'm glad there is a harmony at home over this pact. There's been no pressure for us to negotiate. Hate to say it, Estelle, but it's looking like there really isn't any chance it's someone from the Empire. Yeah, it looks that way. Ambassador, thanks a lot for answering our questions. Huh, see? It is as I said. If you're looking for the guilty party, you should look elsewhere. Oh, but, one sec. If you don't mind, we have one more question. Estelle asked Lord Cranor about Rene's parents. Yes, a most pitiable situation. Separation of a child from her parents. Imperial traders do visit the embassy at times, but a merchant from Crossbell? I do not recall such a man, no. Are you familiar with this Hayworth Mueller? No, I've never heard of the man either. Really? Aw. This is starting to look kinda grim. To search at once for both a blackmailer and a lost child's parents sounds most trying. May seem trite, but I do wish you luck, young lady. Thanks, Mr. Lord Cranor. Allow me to show you to the gate, then. The path of the Bracer continues to prove itself a harsh one indeed. Several months ago I'd received reports concerning the Bracer Guild. Various branches have been attacked in my country, one after the other. Given that you're bracers yourselves, I fear that you may be an easy target for whoever is responsible. I wish you and your fellow bracers well. Do not lose hope. Okay. I imagine you must be having a difficult time trying to find the culprit. Though I suppose if there was some clue, any clue at all, we wouldn't be in that position we're in now. Still, don't hesitate to let us know if we can be of assistance. Apparently we should be able to get another book here. How could this be? This book is banned in Erebonia. Who put this on the shelf? Crud, crud, crud! If Ambassador Cranor knew, I'd get an earful. I know, you there, take this book. Oh, I didn't read that. If you haven't read it yet, I'd highly recommend this amazing book called Carnelia. I don't know who the author is, but I'd guess they're probably from the Empire. They describe the capital in such vivid detail, there's no way they couldn't have done so without living there. Yeah, sorry, I just had a note for the next episode of the Gambling Jack thing, so let me check if these guys have new speeches. Chancellor Osborne is a former man of the military turned politician. I believe he reached his position, 10 years ago? I remember he elevated through the political world very quickly. The Labelle Kingdom is what we would call a buffer state. Buffer states are what we call countries sandwiched between larger nations, forming a barrier that prevents conflict. It's imperative that said buffer ensures a balance of power between those nations, if it wants to stay independent anyway. Perhaps this non-aggression pact also exists to uphold the balance of power. Olivia, please don't tease the ambassador too much. The Chancellor's been giving him enough stress. The poor man's hair has grown thinner as of late. Thanks, Mueller. Talking with the ambassador was a big help. No, you don't need to thank me. I didn't do anything important, really. Besides, this is a problem affecting all of our nations. We should be working together. Ha, indeed. I do hope we can solve this. Huh? Olivia, you're awfully quiet. Oh, it's nothing. I was simply lost in reverie for a moment. It doesn't concern our current business. Pay me no mind. Okay. Olivia, you'll be staying here at the embassy in the evenings while you're here in Gransel, yes? Huh? Where else? I would not miss the chance to have more sweet dreams in your bed as always. What? Oh, my. Stop with the jokes before you give the ladies too many ideas and images. Push those jokes too far and I may have to spear you upon the embassy flagpole. Ah, so that's the direction I should approach from. You teach me more every day. Alternatively, I could just cut you in half right here. I'm fairly sure I could explain it to Lord Cranor. That would be rather less lovely. Forgive the joke, my friend. So that's how you keep Olivia under control. Maybe I should write this down. Haha, I'd say they match each other perfectly myself. That's a terrifying thought. Well, regardless, I shall pardon myself here. Good luck with the rest of your investigation. Thanks again, Mueller. With the embassies out of the way, all that's left is the Labelle news. Hopefully Niall or someone will be able to help us. Hopefully. Shall we be off? What about Gransel Castle? We've got to go there too. Okay, that's not new. Have Taita and Rene moved around at all? They were up here, right? Nope, still here. So we don't need to go track them down to see if they have any new conversations. Let me just pop over to the Calvardian Embassy. I didn't double check for extra conversation topics. La la la. Maybe I'll go out shopping today. It's been a while. Yep, looks like they have new things to say. The Rouen mayoral election was today, wasn't it? The first commoner mayor of Rouen due to the dismantling of the Dalmor family, huh? Rouen is a cornerstone of sea traffic and many Republican ships put to port there. I need to check up on it. If you have the time, why not read a book here? They say that books are nourishment for the heart, so make sure you find time to read. My recommendation is, yes, it would have to be The Dull Knight. It's a very heartwarming story. Yeah, I'm looking forward to reading it. And let's see, last couple of rooms over here. Ambassador Cochrane can at times come across a bit too abrasive, and I need to step in to smooth things over after she causes offence. She genuinely does care about her country though, that much I know for sure. As such, I'm more than happy to do anything I can to help her. Alrighty, and I think that's going to be a good place to call the episode for today. I think the next episode is just going to be me reading through these books. So thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you know when the next episode is coming out. Feel free to leave a comment if there's anything you want to say about the video, and head on over to my Twitter account so you can stay up to date with any news for the channel. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye bye for now.